All right, good afternoon, everyone. I know you probably hear my voice coming from off screen, but I'm walking onto the camera right now. All right, everyone, good afternoon, and welcome to today's edition of Butts, Guts, and Body, where, as the name implies, we're going to be doing exercises that are centered around your lower half as well as your core, aka the good. So let's go ahead and begin with some simple dynamic warm-ups. All right, so first things first, we're gonna do a sumo squat. All right, and then you're gonna step to the side. Oh, sorry, I keep doing this. All right, you're gonna come down to a sumo squat, and then you're gonna take your right leg, so your feet should be facing out to the corners. You're gonna take this leg here, your right leg. You're gonna step out. You're gonna rotate that foot now to face forward. Same with this foot, and you're gonna do a side lunge. Come back, move your feet back into the pivot for a sumo squat, and then alternate sides. Easy. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know why I did 10 of these. We're not gonna do 10 because I'm gonna get bored. We have only 30 minutes and we have a lot of work to do. So we're probably gonna do about half instead. That doesn't mean we're being merciful though. We are not, because the next movement we're gonna do is, oh, I see. I did that backwards, okay. Okay, so first actually what we're gonna do, since we already warmed up our insides here, what we're also gonna do here is a squat to sumo squat. So start with your feet about shoulder width distance apart as you normally would. Take a seat back like you're sitting in a chair. Bring the feet out wider, turn them out for that sumo squat. Come back in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Your thighs are probably burning right now. If they're not, well, lucky you. Mine are. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Woo! All right. And luckily we already did our sumo squat to side lunge. So instead, we're gonna now move into our curtsy lunge. So we were getting our inner thighs. Now let's get that outer thigh, that upper hip, this outer hip area. All right. Let's say, and I will review what that is called and tell you what that is in the technical term. I'm gonna say it's your T-band, but don't quote me on that. All right, so for your curtsy lunge, this is the hip that you're gonna be feeling this on. That is your working leg. This leg is just coming one step behind you like you're doing a literal curtsy. Okay, so you're not coming all the way over here. You're gonna overbalance yourself. That's not the exercise. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. And then last but not least, let's get those front quad flexors up here. Let's do some butt kicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. All right, yo. I hope you feel sufficiently warmed up. Let me grab my water bottle. I just realized I didn't have it. And some people would just power through the workout without water. I am not one of them, and I don't encourage you to be either. So if you do not have water on you right now, pause this video and go get some right now. I'm so serious. It is the summertime. Why are you playing with your hydration like that? Don't play with your body like that. Go get some water. Dang. Making me mad, being silly. Don't do that. This is serious. Okay, guys, first exercise, Romanian deadlifts. So go ahead and grab some dumbbells. Should be probably fairly heavy. These are 30. And then if you've done this program with me before, then you know how a Romanian deadlift is done. But if you're new here, if you need a refresher, I'll demonstrate. So you're gonna start with your feet about shoulder width distance apart. And I like to make sure that my lower half is in because I naturally have an anterior pelvic tilt, or sorry, let me stand normal. I kind of have a natural anterior pelvic tilt, so I like to make sure that my pelvis is bent in. All right, and then come forward. So you can either keep your legs straight. Some people do it that way. You'll feel it more in your hammies. I personally prefer to encourage you to keep a slight bend in your knees. You'll feel that a little bit more in your glutes now. 4. And for your hip movement, think as if someone has a string tied around your hips and they're pulling them straight back and someone is in front pulling them straight forward. All right, 6, 7, 8, 9, make sure that core is engaged, and 10. All right, and then for our first core exercise, we're gonna come down to the mat and do bird dogs. Okay, make sure you are on all fours, planted, shoulders are over or stacked over your wrists. This will help with your stability. If your arm is all the way out here, you're not gonna have a good time doing this. So making sure shoulders are stacked over your wrists. All right, and core is engaged. You can either try to bring that elbow to the opposite knee, otherwise it's just opposite arm reaches away from the opposite knee. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, let's rest 30 seconds. Whew. I don't know if I've said it before, but I'll say it again and again and again and again. One of the things that I have had to learn throughout my healing process, my healing journey, and this does tie into fitness, is learning about seeing yourself as worthy of the effort. Worthy of the effort that is required to do something like this, or required to change, to be a better person, to get, or maybe not necessarily a better person, but a different person than you are today. Maybe you want to make different choices, but it's hard, you know? So it's like, how do you convince yourself to do it? And I can't speak for everyone. Everyone comes from a different place. Everyone has their own stories, you know? But I know for me, I struggled a lot with self-worth in the sense of, you know, I didn't really see it in myself, which is tied to validation, external validation, internal validation, self-talk, all that fun stuff. Won't get into that today. But just seeing myself as worthy of the effort, the discipline that fitness requires, that change requires. And when you make that decision, because it is a decision, it is a choice, you have to choose to say, I am worthy and desiring of the effort. I am worthy and desiring of the things that I ask for. You have to say that to yourself. You have to believe that in yourself. And when you do believe that in yourself, when you finally feel convicted in it, you will find you really don't have much tolerance or time for people who don't see it the same way as you do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I will say, when I do elbow to knee, I feel it a little more. Anyway, okay, one more time, guys. So as I was saying, you really do start to lose tolerance for people that seem to disagree with the notion of your worthiness, of your deservedness. You will find that, or at least I have found, that, you know, like, it definitely comes from ego, right? Where you feel like you need to convince people of your worth. Where you feel like if I say the right things, if I do the right things, maybe they'll see it too the way I see it. And you do have to get to a point where it's like, that shouldn't matter to you, because those that get it will get it, and those that don't, they either will come around to it or they won't. But you cannot spend any more of your precious time and energy trying to convince people that don't want to be convinced. You don't have to convince anybody or prove your worthiness of anything. You know that you are deserving and worthy of the effort that you ask for, because you show it to yourself every day. You give yourself that gift. You don't necessarily need anybody else to give it to you. That is yours. They can't take it away from you either, because it's yours. So, I share all of that to say, don't let nobody play with you like that. Don't let nobody play with you like that. Because you're not to be played with. You're to be taken seriously. Because you take yourself seriously. How do you, and you may sit there and say, no, I don't. Listen, there's nothing wrong with taking yourself serious. Okay? Nothing wrong at all. Some would say I take myself too seriously. I would argue they don't take themselves seriously enough. You know? Because when you don't play about you, you will still encounter those that, you know, they will see that, acknowledge it, and still decide that they want to play. You got to show them why that's a bad idea. Whether through direct action, or my preferred way is just doing me, living well, continuing on as I was before, because I can do bad without you, because I was doing good before you was here. I'm gonna continue to do good after you leave. Don't need you. May want you. Don't need you. Because I have myself. And on the days when myself is not enough, because there are gonna be some days where no amount of self-talk is gonna get you out that funk. And that's all right. That's where your circle comes into play. That's where the people that you surround yourself, your community, your support network. Support network. It's not just a phrase, it's people, things that people actually do, support you. That's where they come into play. But then that's also when you need to make sure that in kind, these are like-minded individuals. They also see themselves as nothing to play with. They also see themselves as, you know, I want to grow, I want to change, my validation comes from me, and I want to be other people that are thinking like me. That's where all that comes in. So when you start to be around more people that are like that, you are going to have a lot less tolerance for those that don't or won't see things the way that you and your people do. You know? And there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, number 2, we are gonna do a deficit lunge with a step. If you don't have a step, that's okay. We'll just do a normal backwards lunge. All right, so you're gonna take a step back and down, step up with that same leg. That's your working leg. 1, 2, 3, balance comes into play here. Find a spot to concentrate on. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I'm about to up the weight. 9, 10, I usually do this with a barbell, but I did not feel like going upstairs and getting it. 1, should have started with this leg. 2, 3, that's a snapshot of the thoughts that I literally have when I work out. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. And for our core, we are gonna come down and do a mountain climber spider crawl variation. Why? Because I'm a sadist, that's why, okay? I'm a sadist and a masochist because I have to come down and do it with y'all, so it ain't even like I put it on the program and I gotta watch y'all do it. Nah, if anything, y'all gotta watch me do it, okay? Mountain climber to spider crawl. So, in my head, how we're doing this is, all right, you're gonna start in your push-up plank position. You're gonna start with your knee going across to the elbow, coming to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and one more. 10. Okay, that wasn't so bad. All right, take a rest. Whew, okay. So yeah, I feel like I say so a lot. I feel like I need to take a Toastmasters class or something, work on the speech, but you know what I'm saying? Long story short, long story long, when you don't play about you, it makes it easier to separate those that are picking up what you putting down and others that are like, you just think you all that. Why do you think like that? Leave them over there by themselves. Actually, I'm gonna grab, so these are 12s. I'm gonna grab the 15s because I like a challenge. Okay. Round 2. Let's go, starting with my left leg. Sorry, my right leg this time. 1, I swear I know my left, my right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See, I like to do these because I feel like I really feel this in my hammy, my glute, because you get a greater range of motion. So you're going deeper. So it makes sense. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Whew. All right. Okay. Because, like, that's the other thing, too. It's like, when you know that you can push yourself, when you know what you are capable of, the confidence that that gives you, it's unmatched, really. But also, in turn, it's like, again, like, I'm serious about me. 1, 2, why would I not be around other people that are serious about me? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go, 2 more. 11, 12. All right. 1 more set, 1 more exercise, and then cool down, and we're done. 10.5 minutes, guys. You're doing fantastic. Whew. But yes, if you walk away with no other message though today, know this: you are worth the effort. You are worthy and deserving of the effort. If you are putting effort into yourself, and I mean true effort, you know what it is when you're putting effort into yourself. You know what it is when you're actually trying something, okay? So when you have that confidence in you, yeah, it makes you a lot less tolerant for being around people that just want to be negative, you know? And we all have our reasons for being negative. Some of it's out of our control, some of it's in our brain, you know? But that's where your boundaries have to come into play. Because just because you were able to fix yourself, dig yourself out, you know, and other people may even admire you for that strength. They may even ask you, you know, how do you do it? And when you tell them, and they're like, well, hey, you gotta leave it to them to figure it out on their own. You can't save them. It's not your job to do that. Even if they try to tell you it is, it's not. You can only save yourself at the end of the day. You can give other people the tools, the resources, much like they gave them to you. But much like they didn't save you, I didn't save you, I'm not saving you, they're not saving you, you're saving you. So keep that in mind. If someone's like, you know, or if they're like, oh, I wish I were you, I wish I could do it, I wish I could do you, or I could do what you did, you know? People say that to me sometimes too, and I'm like, you can. You absolutely can. Or conversely, like, I don't have a kid. I don't have a spouse. I'm not taking care of anybody who's infirmed. So my free time is different. My abilities, my availabilities and whatnot are different. But that's also why you can't compare yourself to anybody. You are running your own race, and you're doing it by yourself. No one can run it for you. So, the next time somebody says, you know, how can I get like you? You tell them what you did. Be encouraging. But I would also say, and if you want, if they're up for it, bring them to the gym with you. But I say all that to say though, if they start falling off, don't fall off with them. Because at the end of the day, you still gotta take care of you. You're still saving you. You're not saving them. You're not saving them and you. You're saving you. You're focusing on you. So that's what you gotta focus on. And it may sound selfish, because it is. But there's nothing wrong with that. You know? All right, last and final, squat, split squat, back, split squat. I put lunge, but we're not actually coming back to center. Okay, you can start in a sumo squat. That is much easier for the rotation, at least it is for me, in my hips. Okay, don't ask me how many we've done so far, because I don't know. I didn't start counting. We'll go off the timer. So about 10 more seconds when we get to that 540, guys. So 3 more. All right, get your last one in. Come back to center. Woo! All right, come on down to the mat. We'll do some side plank crunches. Okay, you can either put your foot here, stack them, or bend this bottom leg, depending on what your needs are for your modifications. All right, make sure that elbow is stacked under your shoulders, and drop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
8, 9, and 10. Whew. Jose, and if you're sweaty, me too. Okay. It's like wanting to drip into my eyes. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Woo! Okay. 2 more to go, guys. That wasn't so bad. But yeah, I mean, even on like an exercise like today, someone tries to get up in your face, someone try to downplay you, someone try to act like you ain't you, just remember, you did this today. And I know for a fact it's hard. And you're doing it, you're getting it done. You're making it happen. So these are the little moments that you keep in your head when times are tough, when someone wants to boo-hoo, boo-boo what you doing. It's moments like these where you remember, but wait, that's them. This is me. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, goodness gracious. And 10. Yeah. Whee! Okay. And side plank crunches. Let's go. Okay. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Woo! Switch sides. Let's go, y'all. Come on. We got it. Almost there, guys. All right. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Whee! Okay. 1 more to go, guys. 2.5 minutes left. We got it. We're more than likely gonna go into OT, overtime. So, if you gotta hop off, go ahead and feel free to hop off. This is your time. You are free to do with it as you will. And I thank you so much for any of the time that you have chosen to spend with me. Because God knows you could be doing anything else. Some of you might have been wishing that you did. But I thank you anyway that you decided to take my class. All right, last sequence. And then speaking of our classes, we offer a wide variety of content on the virtual Y. So after this class, maybe you want to do something a little slower tempo, but maybe you want to still do a little bit more strength. You're not quite worn out yet. Check out our Mat Pilates class by John G., one of our newer instructors. Or maybe the intensity of this is good, but you want something with maybe, I don't know, a little bit more movement, lower reps, higher reps, lower weights with more movement. Check out Tabata with Brittany Wilson or any of our Strength 30 options. Those are all great options to choose from. And then lastly, if you want a nice little cool down, let me do the last squat. Check out our yoga classes or any of our stretch and foam roller offerings as well. So we truly do offer a little bit of everything. We cover pretty much the entire span of wellness on our virtual Y content. If you're watching this on YouTube, please go ahead and feel free to go to your local app store or Google Play Store and download. Or actually, I think it's only on iOS for right now. But I don't know, check Android, see if it's there. But see and check out our virtual Y app, which gives you options in terms of favoriting your instructors, like me, As well as when you do that, you'll get notifications every time your instructor drops a new class. So you'll know when it's available, when it's ready to go live. We live stream all the time for the Virtual Y on YouTube for select instructors. And then of course, the full library is available on demand at any time. So we truly give you a lot for $9.99 a month. And that's only if you are not currently a Y of the North member. If you are a member of the Y of the North, guess what? This is already included in your membership. So, what are you waiting for? Sign up, please. All right. Last but not least, our cool down. I know we are at time. If you gotta go, you gotta go. But if you can stay, stick around for a couple minutes from cool down. Speaking of yoga, let's come up into a downward, or raise your arms up, inhale. Exhale, come down into downward dog. So even though I am not a yogi, a certified mat Pilates instructor, or anything of that nature, I do still like to incorporate yoga movements for my cool down. All right, bring that back leg down. If you wanted to, you could have gone up into three-legged dog like I did, and come down for your runner's lunge for an added stretch. You could bring your arms down here in front into lizard. We'll bring that foot just a little bit further. Ooh, yeah. All right, and come back up into downward dog. And we're gonna bring that right leg to center, left leg back up into three-legged dog. Bring it in between your hands. Oops, that was the wrong leg, my bad. I'm like, that already feels stretched. Okay. And don't be like me, that was a really sloppy downward dog. Okay. And again, we're coming down into that runner's lunge. If you can, bring your hands down in front of you on the side that has the leg flexed down into lizard pose. If you can, even bring your elbows down. I think that's actually technically lizard. But I can't do that, and I didn't bring a block, so. All right, and this is not yoga class. Okay, let's come on down to the mat, and let's do a 4-leaf clover stretch. So take your right leg, oops. Take your right leg, cross it over your left knee, and gently pull that left leg back. So you should be feeling a stretch all along here. If you've taken this class with me before, typically we would do a pigeon stretch here, but this time I decided to switch it up. So same idea, different stretch. Okay, and let's switch legs. Whew, this was a very good and sweaty workout. My goodness. All right. Whew. And let's go ahead and get the inner thigh now. Grab both your feet into a happy baby. Grab the toes, grab the arches, whatever you can reach, your ankles, the back of your calves, whatever works for you. And then if you are able, go ahead and stretch one leg out and bring it back in and stretch the other out. Try not to rock too much. All right. All right, and let's come up into a pike stretch. So bring your feet together. Oh yeah. Whew, I walk a fair amount, so this feels really good on my calves. All right. And let's go ahead and do a little side straddle stretch. All right, and switch. Ignore that timer coming back on. It's just me in the studio, so there's not another person here to turn off the timer, but I promise you we are not doing another 30 minutes. Ooh. Just means that we are not rushing through our stretching sequence, and we shouldn't. I understand being pressed for time, but when it comes to your muscles and your ligaments, tendons, especially the older you get, so I'm speaking from a 30+ perspective, trust, you will not bounce back the same, okay? If anything, it's funny, when I was younger, I did not really get the importance of stretching like that. It really wasn't until the last couple years or so, solidly in my 30s, let's be real, in my 30s, have I really been like, oh yeah, I gotta stretch. Dynamic warm-ups and static stretching. Dynamic warm-ups to warm up and static stretching to cool down. All right, y'all, with that being said, we are officially over time. So I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all go. Thank you so much for joining me today on Butts, Guts, and Body. I forgot to introduce myself at the top of the video, but my name is Olivia Winfield. I'm a personal trainer, virtual Y instructor, based here out of downtown Minneapolis, and I look forward to seeing you all next Wednesday. Take care.
I'm Sarah, and this is Cardio Dance. Are you guys ready to work out? Let's do it.
I woke up feeling like this gon' be my day. I got that poppin' fire every step I take. Living that wild life.
Through the bag. Go. That's where we want to go.
Last 10 seconds. I'm right here with you. Let's do it.
Welcome to the Y. My name is Erin. I'm Jennifer.
My name is Linda.
My name is Tommy, and today we're going to do a quick step routine.
We feeling like we can conquer the world today?
I wish you all could smell it. It smells so good.
Time. We get stronger in my world. We're going to do it again.
We'll see you again. Keep